What is up, guys? Phoenix here, and welcome back to another part of our Mega Lucario pixel art tutorial. So we're gonna finish this up today. After a long time, we're gonna finish this. So let's go to the left side of the hand where we left off last time, and we have this little dirt spots waiting for us. And we're gonna jump into the right side of it first, and then we're gonna jump into the left side of it, or the vertical side, and then we'll be done soon. So from the right side, we have the 2 flat. We're gonna go down and to the right from it. And let me swap the order. I don't like the order right here. There we go. This is a lot easier for me to work with. We're going down to right 1 single. And I'm filming this right after the part that was before this. It's just that I didn't want to fuse them together. So we're going down to right 2 flat. Down to right 2 singles. And what we're doing is the horn thingy on his wrist, there's 2 of them. There's a big one and there's a really tiny one. We're forming that out first. So we're then going to go down to right 2 flat. Down to right 1 single, down to right 2 flat again, and then we're gonna go down and right, down and to the right about 10 singles. It's just gonna keep going down and to right until we touch that big line right there of 12. So I think it's about 9 to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, it's 9. My bad. And you see it touches somewhere along the line right there. It's just fine. You just need this general shape right here. Like I said, sometimes the pixel art doesn't need to look perfect, but I'm pretty sure that was the right number, 9. Anyways, counting back from the end where we have this 1 single right here, we're going to count back to the second to last one. And we're going to go up and to the right, 3 singles from there. 1, 2, 3. We're then going to go up and to the right 2 flat. And from the 2 flat, we're going to go to the right block and put 1 underneath. We're then going to go down to right 1 single, down to right 2 vertical, and then down to right 1 single again. From there, we're going to go to the left side of the horn thing, and where we have the verticals waiting right there, we're going to just do the big outline first, and then we're going to do inner outline last. So we have the 3 vertical right here. We're going to up and to the right, 2 vertical, up and to the left 1 single, up and to the left 2 flat, up and to the left 3 flat, up and to the left 6 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up and to the right 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, up and to the right 2 single. And trust me, this part looks a lot simpler in up close, but it's very twisty and windy. Anyways, we're gonna up and to the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Up and to the right 2 singles now. And we can actually put the little marker for when we're gonna go and do the little outline, or like the inner outlining, whatever you want to call it. So what I'm gonna do is, let's grab some type of marker. Let's grab cyan hardened clay. I'm pretty sure one of the sides use cyan hardened clay. We'll swap it out if anything later. But on the second single, we're gonna put 3 cyan hardened clay underneath it as a marker to come back to later when we're trying to do the little indentations, or the coloring. Anyways, from the 2 single, we're going to up and to the right 2 vertical now. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 flat. Up and to the right 3 flat. Up and to the right 10 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll then go down to right 1 single. And from there, we can go and do the outermost perimeter of the second tendril, or we can go and continue with the second one. So I'm going to start setting up the second one, but we're going to go with the most outer one. So from this 1 single, we're going to put an extra 1 to the right, and then go down to right 3 flat. But to do the outer rim, we're going to go back to that first block right here, and go up and to the right 2 flat from it. We're then going to go up and to the right 2 single. Whoops, wrong color. Up and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 flat. And then up and to the right, 9 flat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now let's start bringing this down and into the back of his head, and then we'll worry about inner detail stuff. So let's go down to the right, 2 flat. So placement block underneath, or to the right would be fine as well. Down to the right, 1 single. Down to the right, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down to the right, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to the left, 2 vertical. Down to the right, 2 vertical. Down to the right, 1 single. Down to the right, 3 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then from there, we're just going to close this shape off by going down into the right, 1 single. And now you've officially done the entire pixel art's outer frame. All we're doing is missing inner detail stuff now, but there's nothing on the outer perimeter missing from the build. So this entire area where I'm swinging right now, that's all empty. Once we fill this all in, we'll be done with the build. So I'm going to save it real quick because this is progress right here, boys. This is progress. We're almost done. So I'm going to work with the first tendril first, where we have the 2 flat waiting right down here. And that's where we're going to start. So let's go to where we have this 2 flat dirt blocks. And what I want you to do first is go up and to the left from there, 3 singles. So 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Down to the left, 2 flat. Then from that 2 flat, we're going to go to the left block and put 1 underneath. And then to the left block as well, we're going to put 1 to the left. Now we have these 2 that we can work with. One's going to branch up and the other one's going to branch down. We're going to do the branching down first, so that way we can just say we're done with the bottom half of it. So we're going to go down and to the left from here, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. So placement block underneath, 1, 2. Placement block underneath, 1, 2. We're then going to go up and to the left, 3 flat. Up and to the left, 2 flat. Up and to the left, 1 single. Up and to the left, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the left, 1 single again. Up and to the left, 3 vertical. And as you can see, a lot of the space, even though it looks like it's supposed to be filled, it's going to be empty. It's going to be just colored in. And if you've seen the thumbnail, you know this already. But I'm just telling you. So anyways, I do believe the left side of this is actually supposed to be like stenciled out. And oh, even though we use the cyan clay, the stenciling is going to be actually colored in with the coal blocks, just so that the intersection is clear that it's not supposed to cross. So what we're going to actually do is when we bring it up right there, I'm going to replace those 3 with coal. So what we're going to do first is on top of this 3 vertical, we're going to put another 4th block on top, and then put 1 to the left and right of that 4th block. Now from the left side, we're going to up and to left, 2 flat. Up and to left, 2 singles. Up and to left, 2 vertical. Up and to left, 3 vertical. And this should touch what we had working before. Yep, it did. And then you can replace these cyan clays with the 3 verticals, and that should be fine. Now going to the right side of that 3 flat, remember where we placed the 4th block? So the right side right here, we're going to up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the right, 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And from that 4 flat, I'm going to count from the left and find 3 blocks over. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put 3 underneath. 1, 2, 3. From there, we're going to go down and to the right 1 single. Down and to the right 3 flat. Down and to the right 2 singles. Down and to the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And it should meet up with what we were waiting for over there. This little circular area right here is going to be left blank. So if you want, you can outline it in dirt, or you can just leave it blank. I'm just going to put like the basic frame around it so you can see that this area right here is going to be empty. There's nothing going to be inside right here. It's going to be hollow so you can look through it. So make sure you don't fill this area right here that I'm just outlining right now with any color. And you can fill it with glass, or if you guys are good with your memory, you guys can just pay attention and not do it. Anyways, going back up to the 7 flat we have at the top now, we're going to go down and to the right 6 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. From there, we're going to go down to right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go up and to the right 3 singles. And we're almost done actually, guys. There's only a little bit left to do. And from there, we actually didn't make this block meet up, so we should have this dirt block right here. Or if you don't want to make your thing meet from that dirt block, what you can do is go to the middle block in the 3 singles you just placed. So the middle one's right here, and go down into the right 2 flat from it. And that should have locked out another shape. Now from the 3 singles, the top block, we're going to up into the right 2 flat. Down to the right 3 flat. Up into the right 2 flat. Down to the right 3 flat. And that should touch the wall. And all you're going to do now is take your dirt again, and to the right of the 3 singles right here, where we have this little gap right here, that's going to be another empty spot. So you can take your dirt or your glass and kind of outline the shape, so you know not to color it in later. As you know, when I show you guys what the color is going to look like, I'm going to jump to a finished build, so this stuff won't be there later. Just make sure you mark it for yourself. Now we're on the final section right here. This part's really easy to do. Actually, it's the final 2 sections. I might save this little section for last, and we're just going to do one more shading spot. So the spot we're doing last is this 3 flat right here, so mark it, and we'll just come back to it in like literally like 10 seconds. But I want you to fly up to the literal top right here where we have the 9 flat, and on the first block in the 9 flat, we're going to put 4 going underneath it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is a really quick little pattern right here. That's why I want to come to it first, because it's only about like 13 blocks. We're then going to go down and to the right 5 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Down and to the right 2 flat. Down and to the right 1 single. Down to the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it for that little pattern right there. Like I told you, it's very quick. And then we can quickly move back to our 3 flat over there and finish up the build. So this is the last part of the tutorial, and then we'll jump into the coloring. So from the 3 flat right here, we're going to go down to the right. So place a block underneath, 2 singles. Down to the right 2 vertical. Down to the right 1 single again. Down to the right 2 vertical. Down to the right 2 vertical again. Except this time we're going to go to the final block on the bottom right here and put 1 to the right. We're then going to go down to the right 3 flat. Up into the right 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to the right 3 single. And then just to meet up with the wall, we have 2 more little special spots right here. We're going to go down to the right 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then down to the right 1 single, just to touch that little center block right there and complete our shape. So now we're perfectly done. We just need to do one more little arch right here. So zoom out where we have this L shape right here mixed in with a 3 and into our 6 flat. We're going to go to the first block in our 3 and put 3 vertical on top of it. We're then going to go up and to the right 2 vertical. So put your placement block to the right side, or the top should be fine. Up and to the right 1 single, down and to the right 2 flat, down and to the right 1 single, and then down and to the right 2 vertical. And this little section in here is going to be blank as well, so you can fill it in with glass. I'm using dirt once again, and then we are done. So that's it for the entire build, guys. So what I actually want you to do next is that everything actually? Let me make sure. Yeah, it is everything. What I want you to do next is wait, and I will go over the color palette with you guys in a quick second. It's kind of simple, but it's also very difficult because if you guys aren't looking at it like how I am with 2 screens, when you're really close up, you can forget where you're at. So just pay attention real close, guys. You can look at the thumbnail if you don't want to wait till the next part, but I'll just do a quick jump cut away. Alright, so we're back. So for this build, you're going to need a full tray and lots of time. So let's go over the color palette. It's going to be cyan wool, sandstone, white hardened clay, cyan hardened clay, brown wool, red wool, white wool, gray wool, and orange hardened clay. Now, I recommend you moving orange hardened clay out of your tray and putting the swiftness potion there, or just doing the orange clay stuff first, which is the eyeball right there, and then you'll be done with it completely because it's only used at the end, so that's why I say moving it out of the tray. But maybe if you just start with it first, you won't even need it in your tray, and therefore there's a slot there for your potion of swiftness. But anyways, let's start from the bottom. For the tail, everything's going to be sandstone. It's very, very time consuming. Now on the right side, to kind of just like separate the tail from the little short border right here between him and its chest or his torso, I did put 1 layer of white clay just next to the left of the blocks, but the block of coal, but you didn't have to do that. Now, did it make a difference? I can't really tell. I don't even know if some people see that on the right hand screen until I pointed it out, but you know, I just tried it out. You can do whatever you want with your builds, guys. You don't always have to follow me. Though it does help if you follow somewhat. Now for the lower half of his body, it's going to follow a pattern of cyan wool, cyan hardened clay, cyan wool, cyan hardened clay, cyan wool, cyan hardened clay, and then cyan wool again. So it's just alternating, and it's like those represent the little strips on his fur. Don't really know what to call them. He has them on his arms too. Now for his torso, the lower half is going to be sandstone as well, just like the tail. Then at around the center point, just so that when you're zooming out, it looks like it's like shadow or shaded, we put the white clay right there. Then above it, all the way upward of it, we did sandstone again. So the white clay is only used right there. There's no other reason for it. Then for his little horns that he has on his chest, I did make a little judgment call and put light gray wool on the bottom of each of them, but you don't have to do that. You see each of them, the bottoms are all light gray wool. Forgot to mention that color. You don't have to do that, like I said, though. It's stuff I put in. It could be all white, to like the ones on his wrist. Now on the right and left side, where he has the little circular holster thingies that I told you that we had to put the center thing or the center marks on, the lower half is going to be dark gray wool, and the upper half of it is going to be cyan hardened clay. And that's on both of them. See, the lower half of this one is dark gray wool, and the upper half is cyan hardened clay. And then you can actually get to go into the arms. The same thing happens on each of them. The little marks on the arms are going to be cyan hardened clay, while the back stroke of the arm is going to be cyan wool. Then once you reach the fist, where the pointy stuff ends, you switch over into your red wool. Is this red wool or is this red clay? Crud. It's red clay, guys. I'm so sorry. Let me see, red hardened clay. I'm pretty sure that's the right color. Yeah, red hardened clay. And then when you reach the lower half, where I put the brown wool in earlier, that's where you can put the shading in. Everything below it is going to be brown, so it looks kind of shaded from afar. Most of the stuff doesn't look really good up close. It's supposed to be from afar when you're looking at the pixel art as a whole. Then the horns on each of his wrists are going to be white. And then you can go to the left side and see if the same thing holds true. As you can see, the little pointy thing is going to be cyan gray wool. Then the backstroke is cyan clay. Then cyan wool for the back arm. Then when you reach the paw print, or whatever you want to call this, the fist, it's going to be red hardened clay. Then where we put the separations of brown wool underneath is all brown. And then the pointy things on his wrist are going to be white. Very easy. Now, if you make it to the face, we kind of separated the mask into quadrants. You can see pretty much the mask detail is going to be all cyan stained clay. And then I did color the backstroke of the eyes with white. Then there's orange right there. His ears that we kind of like left those blank. You can color that with black wool. I did coal. And then don't forget this little corner pocket right there is going to be cyan stained clay. Now the rest of the skin, however, is going to be cyan wool, and that just gives him like his nice color palette where it's kind of everything comes together. And once you do that, you're actually ready to do the tendrils, or whatever you want to call these little dreadlocks or hair pieces things. So the first one is going to be all cyan stained clay. The second one up to the tip is cyan stained clay, and then red stained clay. Then the third one is the same thing. But on the left side, it's a bit different. Remember, there's just 3 parts on the left side that are going to be left blank. And then you can switch between your dark gray wool and your cyan stained clay. Now, if you follow each tendril, you can see where my cursor is going right now. This is the start of this first one. It goes up into that separation right there, and it goes back into the skull. That's one of them. The second one starts right here where I'm swinging right now. It goes up, then behind the first one, up here, and then back into the skull. So the top of each separation is going to be where the cyan stained clay, see? And then the bottom of each is going to be the dark gray wool. Now you can pause this right here if it's a little confusing to see where the separation takes place, and just make sure yours matches up. But it's pretty simple from here on out, and you guys can just pause it and look at the right hand screen, or just pause it and look at the left hand screen. Right hand screen might be a little bit more helpful. I'm going to make myself invisible so you can pause it real quickly right here. But anyways, this pixel art took forever. Sorry I took my sweet time making it. I've been going through a rough patch right now, and I just forced myself to record this, so hopefully it'll be out for you guys. In the future, I'm probably gonna just release blueprints for everything from now on, just because tutorials aren't as popular as I want them to be, and I'd rather just release the blueprints. And yeah, I'll worry about content otherwise, but rather just have it out there for you guys rather than waiting months for a tutorial. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more pixel arts. This is Phoenix, and as always, I will see you guys later. Bye.